Hello there, my name is Elaina, the whimsical stitcher here on Flosstube. Today is Saturday, December 13th, 2025, and I am back with an update. I know it's been a long time since I've posted an updated Flosstube. I think the last time I recorded was August, so it has been quite some time. So I'm back. I do that quite often, take a reprieve and then come back. But, you know, it's been kind of hectic in my life, just with a lot going on. I did 2 retreats. I went to Stitch West. I went to Once Upon a Stitch in Anaheim. My daughter and I had a booth at the Fiber Fair, and then it was Thanksgiving. Somewhere in October was my birthday. And we just celebrated my daughter's birthday, and I finally had a chance to sit down and film this Flosstube. So I have a lot to show you. So we'll just jump right into that. And I sectioned it out to show you all my projects, but it's in not date particular order. So it's kind of jump back and forth to when I actually worked on things. So anyway, so I will start. I just want to say thank you for watching my Flosstube, first of all. Thank you for coming back. If you've bought something from my shop, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it, and I like filming. I get very nervous about filming, but I like filming, and I like chatting with, commenters, so it's great. And then hopefully one day I get to meet you in person. And as far as the retreats I went to, I'm not really going to show too much of all the little things I got. I'll just put a picture in at the end because it was a lot, and I had to start putting it away because it's been a few months now, and it was everywhere. So I just put in a picture of some things that I did put out, so you can see those. As always, both retreats were really nice. I met a lot of nice people, and I was able to meet Brenda, the handwork maniac, here on Flosstube. She was super nice, lovely, lovely lady. A lot of other stitchers. I met a gal from England, so she was super nice. I mean, just a really, really good group that when I went to Stitch West, so I had a lot of fun. And then, I even met the Kindred Stitcher. She was there, so that was really nice to meet her because I watched their Flosstube, so it was great. Had lots of fun. So I will just jump in and start here. Okay, so I did have a finish. I finished the Put a Bird on It stitch along, Malcolm, what is it, Modern Folk Embroidery, and I have a finish. So this is on Grace Notes fabric, almond milk, 18 count, and the floss is Silks for You, PR012, and Weeks Dye Works Lancaster Red. And I really enjoyed this stitch. This is the first type of stitch I've done this way in Quaker style, and I really enjoyed it. It was very nice. It was very nice. It's stitched up really quick. I finished this. I want to say I finished it in October. So, but I really enjoyed it. I stitched all the birds in red and then the center motif in red. I know some of the commenters helped me to determine how to stitch it because I was torn in between making these little guys blue or making them red, and I went with red. So thank you very much if you commented. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So now I have to frame it. So yeah, so that was my finish. And I think that's like number 7 or 8 finish for this year. So I did really, really good. So I'm really happy about that. And yes, I still need to iron it before I have it framed. I probably won't frame it myself. I'll probably take it to Michael's, maybe. I don't know. I have to think about that. Because now I have this one to get framed and the Winter Wonderland that I finished on the last video. I have that one to get finished also. So I need to get finishing on some stuff. Okay, what else? I have lots of starts. And so on my road to 50, I was going to start 50 for my 50th, and on my road to 50, I did do some starts, some additional starts. So I'll start with those. Also in my last video, I did, was going to make my first attempt at making project bags, and I have made 3. One of them came out really well, which I'll show you these in just a second. One of them came out really well, and 2 of them had some issues. So I need to keep practicing on those. So one of my starts here, I think I started this in the end of September, was Haunted Chateau. And this one is by Twin Peak Primitives. I guess I should have printed that out in color. Oh well. And let's see what I have here. And my fabric is Colonial Parchment Fabrics by Stephanie. And I did get a small start. A very small start. And this is on 32 count, 2/2. So I got a very small start of the border, but it is a start. But I love the fabric. I love the fabric, and I think it's going to turn out really nice. I'm probably not going to stitch everything. I will probably eliminate the alphabet, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. So, because I'm going to have to adjust, or maybe I'll just add some wording in there instead of the alphabet. So, that is that. So that was one of my starts. And I will tell you, I bought a bunch of these plasticky bags off Amazon because I was going to start 50 projects and I needed more project bags and I didn't think I could sew that many to cover all those projects. But I will tell you, those bags are very slippery. And every time I try to pile them up, my pile ends up falling over because they're so slippery. So I'm not really happy about those right now. So, because all it does is make a big mess. All right, so let's keep moving. So this is one of the bags I made. It's a little tiny project bag. And it came out okay. I mean, it's okay. It's got some issues. One primarily being I totally messed up this corner. But anyways, it's cute. It's cute. And I have a little plaid trim. And I'm going to use it for, you know, those little tiny smalls. Probably like a little Christmas small. In fact, I have a project I could probably put in right now. Ooh, good idea. So anyway, so I made a little one. Not too bad. And I was able to match up top and bottom. So it kind of coordinates the fabric. You know, it's a little crooked there. But anyways, this was my 3rd project bag I made. So practice makes perfect, so I got to keep practicing. So my next start, and actually my pattern is in one of my things, so I'll have to insert a picture here. I'll insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about, but this is Magic. I already forgot the name of it. But anyways, it's on a blue Aida. Navy, 18 count Aida. And I did a center start. And I got the word with. Well, yeah, got the word with. And I also started this in September. Love the purple. And I'll have to insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about, what project it is. But this was my 2nd project bag I made. And this one's not too bad. I have the zippers. I got the inside fabric. I made a huge mistake on this one, but it's on the interior fabric, so nobody's gonna know. It's on the lining. And then it's even got like a little gusseted side, so it's a little wider on the bottom. So I was really happy with this one. It's not perfect, but for being my second project bag, I didn't think it was too bad. So I have that fabric on the back, this one on the front. I thought it came out pretty good though. So put that in there, and I'll insert a picture so you know what pattern I'm referring to. So that was another new start in my bag. Let's see. This one. This is another new start I did, and I believe I did this either in September or October. And this one is Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. And what's my fabric? My fabric is Hearthstone Fabrics by Stephanie. And I got a teeny start up there in the upper left corner. Teeny start, but look at that fabric. Isn't it pretty? I love it. So I got a teeny weeny start in there. And this is 32 count Hearthstone. I need to make a Halloween bag for that project because right now it's living in my Paris bag. Okay, so this start, I purchased one of these project folders when I was in Stitch West. I thought this fabric was stunning. And somebody was selling project bags. Oops, I got stuff falling out. Project bags. And it's so pretty. You can see the inside and the pockets. And stuff's just throwing out. Okay, so at Stitch West we got this pattern. Oops, let's take it out of the plastic. It was a tiny Modernist at Stitch West. That was the designer, and we got this pattern. And I started it. We got the pattern and we got the floss. So here's the floss. And then, we also got another pattern too. So the next day we got this pattern, which is a kind of like a corresponding pattern to that. They kind of go together. It's very cute. And of course there was fabric there. So I purchased some fabric from Live and Die LA, and I started it at the retreat, and this is Bronze Age 32 count, and I got a tiny start right up at the top, and it is opalescent fabric, so I need to work on that. Super cute. So I had another start there, but I love the fabric. It's really pretty. It's very yellow, not quite as bright as the other one, but I think the white doesn't pop too much on it, but I know the greens and the oranges are going to. All the other colors are going to. So I will make do. But I really do love this project folio. It is so cute. This is the inside, and a little dragonfly. And I love these colors. It's so pretty. So I had to get that, and let me put that back there. So I am digging on this folio. I might have to learn how to make those. Beautiful. And it's quilted, so I love it. Okay, that was another start. And let's see. So I think I'm up to 11 starts now for my journey to 50. Oh, I know what this is. So I think I'm at 11. So I'm making progress. So this next one is one that I have had for a little bit, and it's called Gingerbread Village by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. It's super cute. And I wanted to do it, so wanted to do it on this fabric. And I've showed this fabric before in my channel because I had tried to start 2 other things on here and they failed. So this was a failed start on this fabric. And then I have another one somewhere. And this was a failed start on this fabric. Well, now I have a 3rd failed start on this fabric. And I figured out why. This was supposed to be Crystal Icon 28 count when I purchased it. That is what the label says. That's not what it was. So I had another failed start here. And I just couldn't figure out why it wasn't working for me. I was having a very difficult time. Well, I figured out it's because it's not 28 count. It's 36 count. I struggled and I struggled and I struggled. And, you know, I was like, you know what? Let me measure this. And I measured. And it was 36 count. So no wonder I was struggling. I was having a hard time seeing it. I was wondering why my stitches didn't look right. Well, it's because I was going over 3 instead of 2 because I couldn't see it. Anyways. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Probably throw it in the trash. So I restarted it, and I restarted it on this fabric. Oh, and I don't know what name of this. This might be Hearthstone. This might be another cut of that Hearthstone, I think, or maybe. Because it's just a piece of something else I started. Oh, no, here it is. Here's my notes. What is it? No, I didn't update my notes from the old fabric, so let me mark that off because it's not that fabric anymore. So I had to start on something else. So I restarted on this fabric, and I'm very happy with this. So I got that first corner because I am going to stitch the gingerbread house. So this is what I got done. And I'm very happy with it. I love the way the white pops on it and the colors, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And this is 2/2, 32 count. And I want to say this is the other half of Hearthstone from CP Hollow. I think this is what it is. I'm going to have to compare. So I'm very happy with this one. Now, I was not happy with it at first. And here's some of the colors. And they're just DMC colors. And it's coming out very nice. I'm very happy with that. So that goes there. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this fabric. I can't see it. So either I need stronger glasses, or I guess I could stitch under a magnifier and try and stitch it that way. But I've already had 3 failed starts. Maybe it should just get thrown away. Anyways. Okay. What's next? Okay, so I attended Jingle Ball, and went a little bit overboard with my purchases. But one of my purchases was the hands-on design, the Nativity, which I really thought was super cute. I loved it. So I started stitching it already. So this is what I'm actually currently stitching now. And I'm stitching it on, let's see. This is Under the Sea Fabrics, and I'm not sure what name. This is 32 count. And it's stitching up really quick because took me 2 stitching sessions. So maybe 2 more stitching sessions and I should have it done. And I'm going to stitch it in a little ornament. So I can try and make that into an ornament. I debated if I should stitch it this way and have them all three in a line, or if I should stitch them in ornaments. But if I can finish this one in another 2 days, I might give this one away as a Christmas present and then stitch another one for myself because I like it. I'm not sure what the name of that fabric. I couldn't read that. This print was too small. But it's super cute. I like it. So that was one of my Jingle Ball purchases. I did a 10 Jingle Ball and I didn't have any time to do the stitching rooms or anything like that. So I just went on there and went shopping to get patterns. Yeah, I bought a lot of patterns. Okay, so that was all my starts. Now I will go into my whips and then I will go into haul. So one of my whips, this one's messy. I showed this the last time was Maleficent, and I did work on Maleficent again. And I put in 2,423 stitches. Oh, let me see. I am now at 40.42%, and I primarily worked down here, and then I brought this down, and I really worked in here to get this is her staff, that glowing, oh no, it's her ball, her glowing ball. Here's a picture of what it should look like. This is Heaven and Earth Designs, and I was able to start with that glowing ball. And this is 18 count, just on a white fabric, 2/2. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. And there's a lot of little hanging threads. I need to cut them all off because those are all just waist knot threads. So I need to cut those off. So she's coming along. And thank you for, I had asked last time if I should crop it or not. And I had a few commenters let me know, yes, crop it, no, crop it. So I'm still undecided. But when I'm at a good point, I do want to stitch it all the way to the bottom. I do want to do that for sure because I want to get the full length of her dress. I think I'll just end up cutting off a little bit of the sides, not too much, but I do want to probably go down as far as I can. Because you can see like her dress goes way out here and way out there, but it's all black. So maybe if I kind of cut it in here, but I still want to get the ball, and then maybe cut it over here because I still want to get all this purple in her dress. So it'll be maybe more of a narrow piece rather than wide. Probably cut it in a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's that. And let me go over here. Sorry, I have like piles everywhere. This was my gingerbread cottage whip. I put a little bit more in this one. This is a very old whip. I think I started this in 2016, 2015, right when I was getting back into stitching. And this is just on a white Aida, but I have, I was able to put some stitches in, and I got some more in here. I got this pink roof part in. I'm almost done with the top to go all the way across. I literally was just picking symbols and trying to do a little bit here, a little bit there, just a little bit everywhere, just to kind of start filling it in and getting my groove back on this particular piece. But yeah, it's coming along. I don't really have that much left, I don't think. Yeah, I don't really have that much left. So maybe, and it's really easy. It's stitching up really easy. And I want to say this is maybe 16 count, because that's really kind of big. Like I can see it without my glasses. And if I can see it without my glasses, it's got to be a 16 count, maybe 14. I don't remember. But maybe if I put some real effort into it, I can finish it this year. Maybe. So that's that one. Let's see what else. Oh, I worked on this one when I was on vacation. I worked on it in September. And this one is Swan Lake by Embroidery. And this is on Fiberlicious Mermaid Mules 32 count. And I was able to finish the first full page. And then I started going over here to finish working on this side over here. And I realized I have a mistake in his foot. And so that mistake is going to stay there because I'm not going to rip out anything. So that one's coming along. I was hoping to finish this one this year, but that's not going to happen. So maybe next year. But I did get a lot of stitching in from the last time. And if I have progress pictures on any of these, I'll try and insert them. I'm not really good about taking pictures or posting on Instagram. I need to get better at that. Maybe next year I'll improve. And I need to get better about filming and posting videos too, but goals. So then in October, I worked on this piece, this whip, which is October. And I got a little bit in. I love this fabric. It's beautiful. I love the color. And just a little bit, I was able to start on the pumpkin inside the O. And this is Fabrics by Stephanie Rosewood, 32 count. So, got a little bit in, not much. But progress is progress. And this one's in my little fall. I feel like this is fall because it's this brownish cabin. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay, I'm going to show you my first bag. This was my first bag I ever made. Here it is. This was the first bag I ever made, and I'm very happy with the way it came out. I've got the 2 zippers, and I wanted 2 zippers just in case I wanted it to sit on this side or if I wanted it to sit on this side. And then I can hang little doodads. I got this doodad at Stitch West, and it matched the bag perfectly, so I put it on right away. And then I got this one at When You Wish Upon a Stitch Retreat, and I love the way it came out. Is there a mistake? Sure. Can you see it? Not really. And then the interior bag, I got the stars, and then this is the back. I don't think I did too bad for being a first bag. I was very happy. Then I did the other 2 bags, and I had more mistakes in those other 2 bags than I did in this one. So yeah, so I was very happy, and this little doodad matched perfect with the nautical theme. Yeah. So in this bag sits my tiny Modernist Snow White tree. And I worked on this actually at Stitch West, and then I worked on it again when I was at the When You Wish Upon a Stitch Retreat in Anaheim. So here's my whip. We got this needle minder at Stitch West, at When You Wish Upon a Stitch. Belle's Castle. It is super cute. So yeah, that is my update. Let me see if I have the fabric name on this one. It is Silver Mist by Fabrics by Stephanie, 32 count. And this one's a very colorful pattern. Look at all this floss colors. Beautiful. So that is there. I was wondering what happened to my Belle Castle needle minder. I was looking for it the other day. It's right here. So that is that. Oops, I put that back in there before I lose that. And one more whip. This whip is my Owl Forest embroidery. I was able to work on this. I'll just show it to you. My Owl Forest embroidery, black roses. And I was able to work on this when I was at Stitch West. This is Winter Wishes, 32 count Fabrics by Stephanie. And I was able to put some more in there. Oh, my threads. Okay, so I was able to put a little bit more. And I was working on the flowers, primarily in the vines. And my floss colors are here. The Cottage Garden. I'm using the Cottage Garden for the flower buds and the roses, and it's a very pretty variegated thread, so that what kind of gives it the variegation there. These colors will be for the dress in the queen at the bottom, and then the $37.99 is the vines and the castle. So yeah, I love this, how this is coming out. So I was able to put a little bit more on that one. So that is that. And that, I believe, is all my whips. So what I have left is what I have purchased recently for starts. Oh, you know what? I have another whip. It's my travel whip. I'll show it to you next time. I've been working on it in the car when I am waiting somewhere, or if I get a 30-minute lunch break, I'll sit in my car and stitch for a little bit. So I'll have to show that next time. And then also, I'm missing another one. I worked on Christmas Lane. Nope, that's empty. I worked on Christmas Lane, which is this one, and I didn't bring it. What did I do with it? Well, that's two whips you won't see. Sorry. I'll show them next time, because I am going to do whip parade in probably right after Christmas, sometime between Christmas and New Year's. I am going to do a whip parade and show all my projects. So hopefully you'll tune in for that. But I'm going to show you the haul I purchased. So if you're interested in haul, hang out with me. So I got my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. Love this pattern, super cute. And then I already picked out two more that were cute that I like. Jingle Bell Sock, which is super cute. And then I really like this one. It's by Crochet Go Go, which I seem to like a lot of her patterns, which is Frosty Friends. Isn't that cute? Not my normal style, but I like it. So I got that. So I saw a couple of floss tubers, one of them being, oh my gosh, I forgot her name. And she was the one that I watch all the time. And she was working on this, and I had to get it. And then I saw Alchemist Stitcher. She started working on this, and I've wanted it for a really long time, so I purchased it. And it's a kit. I don't know if I will change out the fabric or not, but this will be one of my starts for my 50 start journey. Since I'm on 11, I have several more to go. But you know what's funny about that is I made a whole list, because I've been working on my 2026 plans. I made a whole list of all these ones I'm going to start. I'm like, okay, this is my solid 50. That's it. I'm done. I don't have to think about anything else. I don't have to buy anything else. That's it. And that was probably 2 weeks ago. And since then, I've already had to kick things off that list and add different things that I fell in love with. So there went that list out the window. I don't know. I need to revamp that list apparently. And I really originally planned on, let's do a 50 list, start off, but leave 10 empty spaces. That way as the year progresses and I see something that I just have to have and have to start, I can just add them in. But I'm already at 50 and I'm already kicking things off and adding new purchases into that list. So yeah, this is going to be tough to narrow it down to 50. Okay, so I bought this. So this will be one of my 50 starts this year. I have loved this forever. It's been out for a long time, but every time I see it, and I don't know, I think it's the blues. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely stunningly love this. This is just stunning. This will go in my living room and I love it and had to have it. That's a had to have. So that one, and then I purchased Crochet to Go Go because I was watching, I always watch Seazook Stitch. She's been stitching this one for quite some time. I love it every time I see it, and I just had to have it. And I think I really love this scene right here. And I love it, and I had to have it. And I know it's been out for a while. This is 2020, advent calendar from 2020. Had to have it. So I bought that. And then Doreen Jones was having a sale in her shop. And I have always loved this one. First Blooms. It's very colorful. I love it. I had to have it. I think she was doing a sale. And then this one. Plant a Garden. I just love the saying. I love the colorful, whimsical look to it. So I had to purchase that one. And then I told you I did Jingle Ball. And I bought a whole bunch of patterns. Probably bought way too many, but it is what it is. So the Nativity you already saw, and then this one is a Stitch Along Winter Forest Ornaments. She's releasing one every few days in this month, and I think she's already released part 2, and I haven't started it yet. Super cute. I purchased this one, Mini Christmas Banner, and I think some of these had been out for a while, but they were on the Jingle Ball platform, so I picked them up. This one was cute. I love that one. I also got The Magic of Christmas, which that one's cute also. And I had to get the Nutcracker Tree because I love these tree style stitches. Cute. Had to have that one. Had to have this one, Christmas Snow Globe, because I think the snow globes are cute and had to have it. Oh, then I had to have this one, the Nativity Scene. I love it. So I had to have that one. And The Night Before Christmas, I thought was super cute. I love The Night Before Christmas story, and yeah. And then this one was Primrose Cottage. And I got this one because it's Santa with the U, and I love it. And I have never stitched a Primrose Cottage, so that'll be my first one. And then Stitch is So Beautiful, if you're on their Facebook group, they've been releasing one pattern a day. So I've been downloading the patterns that I really like. So there's this one. Cheerful Glittery Snowman. And I'm sure there'll be more because they're free. So I'm sure there'll be more if you're on the Facebook group, but you have to grab them that day. Christmas Fawn, I thought was beautiful. And you kind of have to disregard the colors because my printer is kind of crazy. Cookies and Cocoa, I thought this was super cute. So those are 3 I've gotten so far, but she's releasing, I think, every day until like till Christmas or something. So that was that. Probably far more patterns than what I needed, but it's okay. And then I did a thing. I have been debating whether or not to do the Heaven and Earth Designs 2026 stitch along, and I've debated and and I'm like, no, I don't need another full coverage, even though I have probably 3 or 4 more I'm going to start in my 50 starts. And I probably already have 12 others. But I kept debating, and I was on the fence and on the fence and on the fence, and I finally just said, you know what? Just do it. So I'm going to do the Wise and the Brave. However, I'm only going to stitch the owl and the little bird, and I am going to crop as much as I can out just so I get the owl and the bird, and I am going to remove the background because I'm going to put it on this fabric. There's a slight modeling to this fabric. So this is 18 count Fabrics by Stephanie Polar Plunge. I went in my stash and I pulled this out. Just a little bit of modeling. I don't know if you can see it or not. A little bit of modeling in that. But I just think this one is so cute. Like, I love the big eyes on this owl. And I think if I crop it here, crop a little bit at the bottom, a little bit at the top, and take out the background, I'll still get my one page. As if you can see, I printed out the one that had the grids already attached to it. But if you see, the one page is here. That's all the owl. So if I can get in one page, I think if I get in one page, I get the Amy Stewart one that they're going to release. But I just, I liked it. So I'm going to do it. And really, it's not going to be a full coverage if I'm taking out the background, right? So that's that. So I won't get the chart until January 1st, and then I can start on it. So I'm excited about that. So that's another one that I added to my 50 list. So I have to kick something else off, and I don't know what. So yeah, so that's all I have to show you. I am going to do a whip parade sometime between Christmas and New Year's. So hopefully you'll come back for that. And for the rest of the month, the plan is just to do Christmas stitching and try to get the most relaxation out of this busy holiday season that I can. And I, just Christmas stitching is going to be my focus the rest of the month. And working on my 2026 plans. I literally had all my 2026 plans for stitching laid out. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I've been watching more and more plans videos, and I think I need to sit down and restructure all my plans for 2026. So as soon as I have those, which I'm going to commit to, so that I can have my plans and my whip parade at the same time and do one video at that time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And there is a sale in my shop on Etsy, so Xtra, I'll link it below. And there's a sale on my website. It's the same sale whether you buy from one or the other. So I do have a sale going on through the end of the year. And just trying to, you know, clean some of the stuff out so I can bring in some new inventory. And I have some new things in there. I have some notepads in there, some I probably should have brought them and I didn't. But yeah, I have some notepads in there. So if you're interested in notepad, I have those, and some new kits I'm going to be uploading. And I have some other stuff I need to upload, kits and fabrics that I need to upload to the site. But there is a sale there, so check it out. And if you have purchased from me before, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just appreciate you coming back and watching my video. Appreciate if you make a stop over there and just check out my shop and give it a follow. So that's it. That's all I have. Thank you very much. I hope you have a very nice holiday. You know, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, or if you don't, I just hope you have some peaceful times. And I will see you back here in a couple of weeks, and I will have all my plans and a whip parade for you. So thanks. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you. Bye.